Have you ever thought about the underlying emotions of the political parties' communication? This is a question that has been partially explored in the context of the USA elections. However, in Portugal politics, this is a novelty. In this study, we explore the use of emotions in the Portuguese political parties, with a seat in the Portuguese parliament, as expressed by their official Twitter accounts, and during the recent pandemic, by using sentiment analysis and natural language processing techniques.
I am João Aparício, and I research in the field of artificial intelligence and big data.
My name is João Sequeira, and I study political science and international relations.
I am Costa, and I am researcher in the field of information systems and data science.
Our vision is one that allows identification of different approaches in social media according to different strategies, more than political ideology. Hence, it is not only essential to analyze what is being communicated, but rather how this is being done in order to best assess their possible impact. Therefore, our research question is the following. What are the prevalent emotions in the Portuguese political parties' tweets over the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Now, let's look at some grounding information in the literature review. Sentiment analysis refers to using several approaches such as natural language processing, text analysis, computational linguistics, and biometrics to systematically identify, extract, quantify, and study affective states and subjective information. To do so, we reviewed several different lexicon-based classification methods, from which we selected Pulchik's, which has the broadest range of emotions, totaling 8 emotions, along with positive and negative. According to contemporary literature, this lexicon is still relevant today. Previous literature focused on the reception of messages using Twitter users from states with opposing political views in English in pre-pandemic periods, never including 2021 nor Portuguese data context. Research on sentiment analysis was fairly limited in Portuguese. The methodology used was the following. We collected tweets from the official accounts of political parties with seat on the Portuguese parliament using the Twitter API. We extracted the last 3,200 tweets by going as far back as March 2020, when the first case of the COVID-19 was registered in the country. To perform the emotion classification of each tweet, every word is classified as positive or negative, according to which emotion. Consequently, each tweet has corresponding positive and negative value, corresponding to the sum of each word's occurrences on each one of the negativity or positivity value. The same applies to each one of the emotions. To understand the co-presence of each emotion and their respective positivity and negativity on the communication, we created a regression model for each of the tweets per party. This regression helped us to measure the weight of certain emotions within each communication style. Select the main words for analyzing the emotion per topic relevant for the whole amount of tweets. We have removed the Portuguese top words, selected high-frequency words and synonymous. Then analyze the positivity and negativity of each emotion of the tweets with the words and the synonyms that were available in all parties, presenting the net positivity, averaging the total subtraction negative and the positive.
Applying the methodology just described, we obtained the following results. In what comes to time series, this goes back to March 2020 and explores the difference between the positivity and negativity of the different political parties' communication. The positivity and negativity can be very interesting when compared to different events related to the pandemic, such as the periods of the first, second, and third waves, communication of the Prime Minister, and the elections for the President of the Republic.
Now looking at the regressions relative to the relationship between negativity and positivity with each one of the 8 emotions. Joy and trust have the highest weights in the positivity of the messages shared. In negativity, sadness was the most impactful. The second most crucial emotion varied between anger, disgust, and fear. We got the best results for negative regressions. Now, in terms of sentiment classification per tweet per party, we would like to point out that this classification is blind to the parties. We only classify the tweets themselves. We can see a prevalence of positive communication over all parties, with less positive being Chega, Bloco de Esquerda, and PSD. Chega is a particular case in terms of net negative versus positive. It has a lower difference between the two, leading us to conclude that it has a more net negative message overall. In contrast, Liberals have the most negative communication overall, far ahead of PAN. PCP shows the angriest communication and the highest level of anticipation, disgust, surprise. PS has a communication that invokes more trust, as well as the most positive message overall.
This section explores the diversity of words by the number of occurrences and how they are used by different Portuguese political parties, assessing their positivity or negativity as expressed in the heat map. The words are conveniently sorted alphabetically. This could be helpful to best understand if some term should be used more negatively or positively, comparing it to the average number of likes and retweets. Conclusions. There are different strategies when it comes to communication due to ideological differences. Some parties seem close to each other in communication style, reflecting their own opinions of others. Further study would try to develop a more comprehensive list of words, include them in clusters to assess their positivity and negativity, and assess their varying levels of popularity as measured by the number of likes and retweets. Another possible study is the evaluation of emotions regarding more extended periods of time and taking into account the different elections. Will there be any types of patterns that emerge? It should also be interesting to explore how political parties that share similar ideologies are similar in terms of their communication style in the same periods and across different countries. This study is limited to 3,200 tweets per party, which is not enough to compare them side by side because of their varied tweet frequency. Big data and Portuguese political parties communication specialists should work together because some of their problems are one and the same. We hope that this study explores some of these possibilities. Thank you for your time. We are now open to comments, questions, and your suggestions.